want to judge a mom, but this is crazy. You have to move your kitchen table out of the kitchen so your kids can sleep on the floor. And then you're having more kids. You're not financially stable with the ones that you have, but you want to grow your family. It doesn't make sense to me. And you speak about judgment in your post. You put this on the internet for everybody to see. Of course, we are going to judge you because we know that it's not right.
I don't know if you're coming at it from a understanding, like non-judgmental point of view when it comes to the bedroom, or if you really just don't get the sense of it, because we wouldn't make the decision if it wasn't right for the kids.
Let's talk about the Jenkins family, a family of 6 living in a cramped one-bedroom apartment. And let me tell you, things are starting to take a turn. Their story exploded all over TikTok and social media, and at first, people were quick to show sympathy. I mean, when you see 4 kids sleeping on the kitchen floor while their parents have a whole bedroom to themselves, it's enough to break your heart. But now, the narrative is shifting. People are starting to question everything, with some even drawing comparisons to other controversial families, like Narshana, accused of creating an unhealthy environment for her kids for views, or Alana Harris, who allegedly made her daughter sick to get sympathy and financial support. The vibe? Definitely giving the same energy, and fans aren't holding back.
Listen, you're finna hate me for this one, but this is my 5th child, okay? Gentle parenting don't do shit. I will not raise my kids with gentle parenting. You got me bent back sideways.
Let's take it from the top. The Jenkins family. 6 people in a tiny apartment with 4 kids crammed into the kitchen floor. Their story went viral because it hit a nerve. Viewers couldn't help but feel bad for the kids. Every night, they had to wait for their parents to rearrange the kitchen so they could sleep on makeshift beds. It wasn't just a sleeping arrangement. It was a peek into the harsh reality many families face.
Is it the oranges and the onions next to the beds? Or I don't know, maybe it's the beds that are on the floor in the kitchen?
But here's where it gets weird. Despite strangers sending gifts and checking off items from their wish list, free bunk beds included, nothing really changed. The kids still slept on the floor. Now, let's dive into the details. The mother is 33 weeks pregnant with her 5th child, and the father? Described as jobless. That's where things got heated. When people called out the family for not using the gifts, the parents explained that the kids destroyed the bunk beds in the past and they couldn't afford new ones because the father wasn't bringing in any income.
Something that stood out to me so noticeably about this post, other than the obvious of what's going on here, is they can afford all of these things. They can afford these things for themselves. They can, afford their own entertainment. They can afford their own, but their followers are the ones who've done this, right? Their followers are the ones who have furnished, their homes for them. They're not even going to go out and get these children proper beds. Like, I'm sure they have a box spring, even if it's a box spring on the floor, but don't you think your babies also deserve to be comfortable? Because at this point, you're literally just putting a mat on the floor. Like, this baby's gonna have no support in their back and they're going to be in a lot of pain. I know they don't care, but again, this is just...
Having disposed of everything in old Sarah's room, her mother stayed on. Of course, the public, ever sympathetic, started sending more help. The wish list got checked off, and those free bunk beds were set up by the father himself, putting in more effort than anyone had seen from him in a long time.
This is where the kids are sleeping, you guys. This is where the kids are sleeping. The kids are also sleeping on these beds right next to the front door. No couch, no kitchen table, no coffee table. But let's see where the parents sleep at, you guys. Let's go look and see where they sleep at. How we go from kitchen room, living room to the parents sleeping in the bedroom, and it looks like this.
But that's when the tide started to turn. The sympathy that was once there quickly shifted to suspicion. Viewers began asking, why are the kids still in the kitchen when the parents' bedroom is clearly big enough to fit the bunk beds? And why does the parents' room look so luxurious? Neon lights, a PlayStation setup, basically a whole comfort zone. Meanwhile, the kids are packed into the kitchen with sharp objects like knives and onions. right next to their makeshift sleeping space. It's uncomfortable, unsafe, and downright questionable. And let's not forget, this is a family making money from TikTok now.
What you're seeing here is the resilient Jenkins talking about how many things that they got on their Amazon and all of these different shopping trips. There's one about going to Burlington and another one where her husband bought her stuff. And look, I'm not saying that people aren't allowed to purchase things, but when your children don't even have beds, they don't have mattresses, they don't have these things, how are you going to go spend money like that? Priorities.
First things first. I heard from a food processor. I don't remember. I've been wanting a food processor for a fat minute. This is gonna change. Oh my god, girl, she's so pretty. Oh my god. I totally forgot to include my little baggie that I got myself in my little stop yelling, shouting.
Not a single thing for the children.
Here's the real kicker. When the Jenkins family first went viral, it was all about the views. And with those views comes money. Their TikTok channel, Resilient Jenkins, was pulling in serious numbers, often over 1,000,000 views per video. That's huge. So naturally, they started raking in cash. On top of that, the mothers started landing sponsorships, reviewing high-end kitchen gadgets and expensive beauty products, the kind of stuff an average middle-class family wouldn't casually buy. Some of it might have been gifts from sponsors, others from their wish list, but either way, it rubbed viewers the wrong way. They're making money, getting free stuff, and yet the kids are still sleeping in the kitchen. Something's definitely not adding up.
And I don't care, but who bought Mr. Resilient Jenkins socks? $22 socks at that. And like a car cleaning kit. What is happening? Right here really did me in. Be so for real, $25.
So let's ask the hard questions. Despite the free bunk beds, despite the sponsorships, why hasn't anything changed? The kids are still sleeping on a mattress topper on the floor, and the parents refuse to switch rooms. They won't prioritize their kids' safety and comfort over their own privacy and comfort. The optics here are just off. If you've got 4, soon to be 5 kids, and you're living in a tiny apartment, wouldn't the kids deserve the bedroom? What's really going on behind the scenes? Fans are starting to wonder, is this all just a ploy for attention and sympathy? The public isn't buying it anymore, and the heat is on. Stay tuned because this story is far from over. Welcome to Nanopart. All right, guys, it's time to talk about the Jenkins family. Things are heating up and people are not holding back anymore. So here's the tea. The bedroom should be for the kids, period. Especially when you're raking in money now. Let's be real, their content is blowing up on TikTok. People are not only watching their videos, but also buying everything from their wish list, from spoons to high-end appliances. The Jenkins family isn't struggling like they claim anymore. So why haven't they upgraded their living situation? Why haven't they moved into a bigger place? The internet is not buying their story anymore, and people in the comments are furious. Some fans are asking, where's all the money going? Others are questioning why the dad still refuses to get a job. And here's the kicker. Rumors are swirling that he allegedly dodged child support for a child he abandoned with another woman. Yep, you heard that right. Word on the street is that he's deliberately avoiding work just to skip out on paying for his other kid. Talk about wild. Rumors are swirling that he's allowing people to jump the hoops at no cost. Instead of getting a job, he decided to have more kids and put them in a cramped, unsafe environment. And now, with TikTok's success giving them a lifeline, they're still not improving their situation. That's where the public is losing patience. It's like the Jenkins family is just sitting back, relying on the kindness of strangers to keep sending them stuff from their wish list. Free bunk beds? Check. Toys, clothes, random gifts? Check. But here's the thing, this isn't sustainable. If TikTok gets banned, and there's been talk about that, what happens to this family then? Where's the backup plan? Are they saving any of the money they're earning, or just blowing it on unnecessary luxuries? Seriously, have you seen the mom reviewing expensive beauty products and fancy kitchen gadgets? People in the comments are asking, how does she even afford this stuff? Are they gifts? Sponsorship deals? Take a look. If so, why isn't she using that income to move her family into a bigger place? The truth is, people who once felt sorry for this family are now questioning everything. One commenter even asked, what happens when the new baby comes? Are they going to put her in the kitchen too? Ouch! And get this, some people are swearing they'll never buy from her store again because they feel like the money isn't being used to help the kids. It's heartbreaking for viewers to watch the kids suffer while the parents prioritize their own comfort. And let's not forget, Child Protective Services, CPS, has been brought up in the discussion, with some people feeling like CPS should step in due to the unsafe living conditions. So far, nothing has been done, and as the family continues to collect more and more items in their already packed apartment, the situation is only getting worse. How do we start precisely procedures so that a person can live a more comfortable life? So, what's next for the Jenkins family? That's the big question. What happens when the freebies stop coming in? What happens when the views dry up? Will they finally take accountability and make changes for their kids, or will they keep waiting for someone else to save them? At this point, it honestly feels like they're waiting for someone to give them a bigger apartment. Because let's face it, they're not making any moves to get themselves there. And that's a wrap on today's juicy update, guys. I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe the Jenkins family is exploiting their situation? Or are they just genuinely struggling? Should CPS get involved? Or is this just a case of parents who need a little more time to get their act together? Don't be shy. I'm reading all your comments, so let's get the conversation going. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss a hot topic like this. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Give this video a big thumbs up if you loved it, share it with your friends so they can get in on the gossip, and as always, stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Vinelo imono kozayas manken. Until then, peace out.